this is our cleaning section. This is our filling and capping. That over there is our labeling section, and that is our packaging section. Inside of the packaging area, we have a conveyor motor. Inside of labeling, we have a PLC. Over here in cleaning, we have the operator, and I work over here in the cleaning area. I use this HMI to manage this zone, right? This is my zone. And I'm working along, and I'm watching bottles come out at the other end here of the line, and there's some that are coming off that aren't really clean. You know, that's why you use Cascade. So I'm worried about that, so I'm gonna stop the process. I'll just disable cleaning here. I call up my maintenance people and I say, hey, I got a problem here. There's some bottles coming off the end of this line that are not clean. I need you to come out and look at them. So I'll take my hat off. And I'm the maintenance guy. I just received that call. And I gotta go to the cleaning line. I gotta figure this out. What's the problem? Well, before I leave, I'm going to pick up an iPad. It's just a generic iPad, right? It has the ITC application installed. But it's not my iPad. It's just one of the iPads that's sitting there charging in the maintenance area. So I'm going to take that iPad. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the screen up for you to see. Put it up here on the main screen for you. See my screen now? And that's my screen, and you can see there I have the ITC application. I'm just going to run that. And just to show you where I would normally start from, I have a thin server. I will connect to it. Okay? And this is what I see right now. Okay? This is the start screen for Thin Manager once it's made a connection to the thin server. And from this, I'm going to hit the little button that says login, and I'm going to say M1 for maintenance 1. Now, I don't have a password, but don't worry about that. I could have a password. It's going to deliver to me content that I personally own. So, like we said before, the work order could have been assigned to the plant location, or it could be assigned to me, since I'm the maintenance guy, and that's what I'm going to use everywhere I go. So what we did is we assigned it to the user, and there's the work order system. That's the only application that I'm currently running. Okay? So I'm going to go over to the cleaning area, and I'm going to look at the process, and I'm going to say, you know what? I've seen this before. You've got jets that come down in here, and they put a mixture of water and Cascade, cleaning detergent, into the bottles, and then they come over here, and the bottles are dumped, right? So probably what's happening is one of these jets is not working properly. Maybe there's a broken valve. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to manually control this and visually inspect it because it runs too fast for me to see it while it's live. It's got 12 of these feeds, and they're just boom, 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 boom. They're just going really fast. I can't see it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the manual valve control screen. Now here's my problem. That piece of equipment is 50 feet that way. And while I'm here, I can't see that piece of equipment. So I could do a manual control and test that first one, and it sends a jet, but I can't see that jet. So what do? Well, I call somebody else from the maintenance area, and I say, hey, can you come out here? I'll stand over here. You hit the test button, and I'll say, okay, test jet number 1. Okay, that one's all right. Number 2, that's okay. I've been there. We were integrators. This is oftentimes how things happen. Rather than that, with relevance, here's what we're going to do. This right here is a resolver. This is cleaning on it. And what it does for this particular user, the maintenance person, is it resolves to this content, and the action it performs is transfer. So if I'm this user, I hit scan ID, I scan this ID, and it transfers the content, which is out there in the ether, from here to here. I walk over to the area I need to do manual control from. I visually inspect 1. I visually inspect 2. I get to 6 and it doesn't work. There's the problem. There's a valve that's bad. I switch over to the maintenance screen. I order that new valve replacement. When I'm done, I log off or leave the location and log off my user. And I take the iPad back to the maintenance area. Done. I get a call, there's been a fault on that motor, right? Now, the line didn't go down, there's just a signal that says, there may be something wrong with this motor, you better take a check. So I'm going to go up here and log in as a maintenance user. And I'm going to scan the QR code on this location, which is the motor. And it's going to provide to me the content associated with that motor, which is the motor schematic, the drives manual, and of course I'm going to need the HMI if I make any changes. And I look at this and I say, that's a problem. I really need to fix this. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to disable the packing line. So that process will stop, this motor will stop, and I'll be able to work on it, right? And then I'll come back to this because I'm going to have to order my part, okay, and bring it back out and fix it. I've got all the information and the content I need. So I'm going to leave that location, and I'm going to log off. And while I'm getting the part, getting ready to do my business, controls engineer says, hey, wow, the process is down. I've been working on some new PLC code for the labeling area. So I'm going to log in as the controls engineer, generic iPad, ITMC, doesn't belong to anybody. I'm going to go up here, and I'm going to scan this ID on the PLC. And it could be near field communication, so I could go like that with my Android device. And it's going to bring me PLC programming software, control logics. I'm going to go into the software. Now, I want to zoom up so I can see it a little better, and I don't want this menu in here, so I'm going to get rid of the zoom menu. Then I'm going to move to the top of the screen. I'm going to say File, Open. I'm going to open the application I need to load. Now I've got a new application in my PLC. When I'm done, I'm going to leave that location. I'm going to log off. I'm going to put this back. Now, once I'm done with this, this is another generic device. This has been assigned a new capability. This has been assigned the Bluetooth capability. We actually have Bluetooth over here and over there. All right? This is what Bluetooth looks like. Let me bring this up. Double click. Put myself on that screen. Got it? Good. Let's run ITMC. I'm standing over here by Kaylee, more or less. Let's log in as operator 1. Okay? Now, there are ranges to be set. There are configurations to be met to make this work. But basically what it does is recognize where you are and feed you the content assigned to the location that you're at. So instead of actually having to do that active scanning of the QR code, it recognizes as you move through the environment. So going from cleaning to fill and cap, we don't have a Bluetooth device in fill and cap, to labeling, over here to packaging, it will leave one side, recognize when you get into a location on the other side, and deliver you the application that you're closest to. Now, obviously, there's stuff involved, and there's lots of distance to cover with this. Triangulation based on Wi-Fi. Specific types of Bluetooth beacons. Some Bluetooth basically alert you of what it is. Others just send you a signal. We're actually going to be working with some hardware providers to provide our channel with the best Bluetooth solutions. Obviously, I just moved far enough away for it to see that I was gone. And then this one actually